Okay, so I'm supposed to tell you before we get started that if you like what you see, you need to leave either a video response, a rating, comments, or you can subscribe. Okay, so here we go. Me and Earl were hauling chickens on a flatbed out of Wiggins, and we'd spend all night on the uphill side of 37 miles of hell called Wolf Creek Pass, which is up on the Great Divide. Well, we were sitting there sucking toothpicks, drinking knee-highs and onion soup mix, and I says, Earl, let's mail a card to Mother and then send them chickens on down to the other side. Yeah, let's give them a ride. Well, Earl put down his bottle, mashed his foot down on the throttle, and a couple of boobs and 1,000 cubes and a 1948 Peterbilt screamed alive. We woke up the chickens. We roared up off of that shoulder, spraying pine cones, rocks, and boulders, and put 400 head of them Rhode Island Reds and a couple of burnt-out roosters on the line. Look out below, 'cause here we go. Well, we commenced trucking, and them hens commenced clucking, and Earl took out a match and scratched his pants and lit up the unused half of a dollar cigar and took a puff. Says, My, ain't this pretty up here? I says, Earl, this hill can spill us. You better slow down. You're going to kill us. Just make one mistake, and it's the pearly gates for them 85 crates of USDA-approved cluckers. You want to hit second? Well, Earl grabbed on the shifter, and he stabbed her into fifth gear, and the chromium-plated, fully illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob come right off at his hand. I says, you going to screw that thing back on, Earl? Well, he was trying to thread it on there when the fire fell off of his cigar and dropped on down, sort of rolled around, then lit in the cup of Earl's pants and burned a hole in his sock. Yeah, sort of set him right on fire. I looked on out of the window, and I started counting phone poles going by at the rate of 4 to the 7th power. Well, I put 2 and 2 together and added 12 and carried 5, come up to 22,000 telephone poles an hour. I looked at Earl, and his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, and his leg was fried, and his hands was froze to the wheel like a tongue to a sled in the middle of a blizzard. I says, Earl, I'm not the type to complain, but the time has come for me to explain that if you don't apply some brake real soon, they're going to have to pick us up with a stick and a spoon. Well, Earl reared back, cocked his leg, stepped down as hard as he could on the brake, pedal went clear of the floor, and just stayed right there on the floor. He said, sort of like stepping on a plum. Well, from there on down, it just wasn't real pretty. It was Hairpin County, Switchback City. One of them looked like a can full of worms. Another one looked like malaria germs. But right in the middle of the whole damn show was a real nice tunnel now, wouldn't you know? Sign sends clearance to the 12-foot line, where the chickens were stacked to 13.9. We shot that tunnel at 110 like gas through a funnel leg through a hen, and we took that top row of chickens off slicker and scum off a Louisiana swamp. We went down and around and around and down till we ran out of ground at the edge of town, bashed into the side of a feed store downtown Volusia Springs.